Guys, welcome back to my vlog, and today we are seeing Mike again, and he's gonna show us not a property, island tour.
Island tour. The best island in all of Miami. Stay tuned.
Let's go. First, but like maybe 8 years ago, 9, something like that. Yeah, but I used to live on the other side of the island. It's very nice here. It's very nice.
It's the best island. It's one of the few islands, like you have a kid, it's one of the few islands where you can actually see kids walking, playing, cycling, rollerblading. So right now we just left from our sales center, which is the location of our third building. So now we're driving down East Bay Harbor Drive, and I'm going to show you the other lot of the 33 buildings, and then we'll do a whole island tour.
Okay.
Welcome to sunny Miami.
Yeah. The weather is gorgeous today.
I know.
It's not too hot, not too cold, nothing annoying. By the way, a lot of people walking, as you said, like kids can play around.
It's one of the most like fitness-friendly islands. Everyone paddleboarding, running. It's actually amazing to see. That's why even in our buildings, we're incorporating all these different fitness elements and like lifestyle elements because people really love it. So right now we're at 9927 East Bay Harbor Drive. It's the location of our 33-unit building. So it's a very wide lot overlooking Bell Harbor, overlooking the St. Regis. It's on the widest water. So here we'll have a variation of 2 3-bedroom units. And this building will start breaking ground in the summer, late summer, and it'll take about 2 years to build. So in 26, we should see this live. Designed by Kobe Karp, interior by Deborah Aguiar, who did the One Hotel. So you get that really nice earthy eco feel with a modern twist.
Great job on the finishes, on the architect.
Exactly.
I've seen the polyform
kitchens, Antonio Lupi bathrooms.
Good job, guys, on picking the I would say details of the project.
Yeah. So we're obviously originally from Chicago. So when we were looking to expand to Miami, we were picking what's our good first project to do. And when we saw Bay Harbor Islands and we had this opportunity to buy 3 separate lots and build these 3 amazing buildings, we knew we had to take it.
Did you buy all of them separately?
We bought them all as one bundle deal. One bundle deal. So it was perfect. And we had the sales center. So that's our like kind of our base. And so at first, we launched this lot and the other building, and then recently, as you know, you were one of the first people to see, we launched the Bay Collection. So right here, it's the Regency Collection. We named it after our development company. So we had to give something back to our development company. And so, yeah, we're super, super excited about this one.
Let's walk in.
So Dennis. Welcome to the Regency Collection.
Welcome to my new house.
Yeah, welcome to your house. Well, you need to move in here. Lead by example. So like I said, 33 units, super wide lot, overlooking the best part of the island.
How wide is the lot? How wide?
It's 2 city blocks.
2 city blocks, okay.
So it's very wide. It's the widest water on the island. So if you compare it to West Bay Harbor Drive and East Bay Harbor Drive, it's like open water. Also, the good thing about here is we have up to 60-foot boat slips, and the bridge on the other side doesn't open. So you don't have all this traffic going back and forth. So the water is always calm. It's always peaceful.
This is the really important point that you just mentioned, because I was looking for a house for a friend of mine like a couple of years ago at the Hibiscus Island.
Yeah.
And there is one part of the island, it was like there is a lot of tourist boats, right?
Yeah.
And he said, look, I want to have other side of the island
where it's calm and peaceful.
Exactly, it's quiet.
And this is, it's like the water is perfect. It's still.
Let's go, let's take a look.
Yeah, let's go closer. So we started the marina project even before we started the building. It's quite an extensive project here. So we wanted to make sure when our clients move in here that they already have access to the boat slips.
Are they for sale or purchase? I mean, for lease?
So they are for sale. They're deeded to the owners. Oh, nice. We're giving it on reservation basis at the moment, first come, first serve. And then we will open it up to, so it's first going to our big units, the 4-bedroom units, and then it will go and open it up to the more smaller units, 2-bedroom units.
How many you have in total?
So we have 12 total. 12. One is a pick up and drop off. So let's say someone doesn't want to buy a boat, but they love the Miami lifestyle. They want their friends to come pick them up. So they can come pick them up for the day, leave their boat for the day, just check with the building, park it there, and then we'll have the rest to purchase. So we'll have a variation between 40, 45, 50, 60, and I mean, that's, as you know, you lived in Miami for a long time, 60 for a boat slip is amazing. So we're super happy we're able to do that.
It's more than enough here in Miami.
That's more than enough, yeah.
Look at the waters.
So we'll start this project also in the summertime. We want to start at the same time as the building because it's also like an extensive, lengthy project. If someone has done seawalls, boats before in Miami, they know. So
I have a friend of mine. He, I don't know how to say that phrase in English, but in Russian, you know, when you try to like скупой платит дважды. Pretty much when you try to find something so cheap, then you have to pay twice. So he found like one company, they did a seawall for him at the house, and then after like a year or so, it's just full.
Oh, really?
Yeah, can you imagine that?
That's not good. That's why it's better to do it properly. So actually, when we bought this land, they just redid the seawalls like 3 years ago. So everyone
here's the different story.
Everyone told us you don't need to. Everyone told us you don't need to redo it. You really don't need to because it's a brand new seawall. But we decided anyways. Okay, we're building this luxury building. We don't want our neighbors to worry about it, even if it's in 30 years, or our tenants to worry about it, even if it's in 30 years. So we decided to completely redo it from scratch. This brand new seawall. And so they'll be happy.
I like the way you guys do business, the way you operate it, like it's a family business, right? I'm just gonna give you my feedback not as a salesperson, just like observer, you know, like as a family business. I like the way you do it. I like the way you approach things, you know. And as you mentioned, you're looking for something to build that people is gonna enjoy in 30 years, not just to sell it, as well as on the finishes that you pick, you know. Of course, you want to put your name into your first project, but still, you can. I see a lot of those projects. Right? You still can pick something that is gonna look good, but not gonna cost that much. But you guys decide not to do it. You pick the
best
price,
of the best,
great quality.
Well, listen, Dennis. Over 100 projects we built in Chicago, and still, even after 100 projects, we still really value our reputation. Like you said, it's a family-run business. Although we have grown and expanded, obviously from Chicago to here, we really just want everyone to be happy. So we do our best to really try to accommodate everyone and make them love this home for the next 30, 40, 50 years. So that's our goal, is really like building like a community, building part of the community. So that's why we love being here. We want to grow here. We want to expand in Bay Harbor area. So
I'm sure you will. You started with the 3 lots.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will build more, guys.
Exactly.
And then what we're gonna do? We propose to rename one of the streets as the Regency Driveway or something.
I think it's a good one. If we build enough projects in Bay Harbor, I think they should name it after us. We'll donate the street back to them. Great.
Let's go. Let's do
it.
See what else is here.
Dennis, was actually a really good point that you brought up. You see that there's so much happening on this island. It's so good to see how much like new investment is going into this. So the prices are getting driven up by luxury rentals, luxury condos. There's 8 new projects on the island, but even with all these projects, there's still only a few hundred units. So there's enough for everyone. And it's amazing to see. It gives everyone so much confidence of everything that's happening in this island.
Because we have a big demand in Florida, especially in the neighborhoods where you have good schools.
Yeah.
Like Bay Harbor Islands, Coconut Grove, Coral Gables.
Yeah.
And Bay Harbor is, I would say, like, on the north side of Miami, let's put it that way.
It's the best.
Only one option. It's the best, and it's only one option. It's not far. Like, I'll give you a couple of things that what I think it's good to live here, right? Why? You're not far from the ocean, right? It's right here. You can walk there 15 minutes. You are between Publix on 95th Street and Collins. You are Whole Foods on New Whole Foods. I mean, one of the latest one, right, in Miami. 123rd and Biscayne. And here on the island, you have a school, you have a grocery store, you have a cafes, you have a restaurants, you have everything here. You can walk here, so it's kind of in between. And if you want to drive to south, Miami Beach, it's 15, 20, probably 20 minutes. If you want to go back to Sunny Isles or Bell Harbor or somewhere,
it's the most
right
strategically placed, because if you go more north of here, when you hit like over Hollow over Sunny Isles, that part gets really trafficy, lots of buildings. Here it's still super calm. Like you said, 20 minutes to South Beach, 25 minutes to Miami International. Probably 30 minutes to Fort Lauderdale, so you're really in between everywhere. And yeah, I don't have kids, but it's a good point that you said. Like, you have a daughter, it's amazing. Like the school district here, everyone comes here.
It's very important.
It's very important because it's so hard for schools in Miami. So here, that's really amazing that you have that.
You can walk.
You can walk. Listen, look everywhere. There's people walking, enjoying. Kids are cycling. So it's.
What is your sunglasses? It's not mascot?
No, it's I see these sometimes. So I also found mine on Instagram. It's the bespoke dudes from Milan. Really good. Like, they go only like 100 euros. Like, I love them. Now I have them in like every single color, every single shade. It's good. Very similar. So right now we just arrived to the location of our first building.
So you started from sales from this one, right?
We started sales from this one. It's the first one to break ground. We're less than 30 days away from breaking ground here.
Nice. So you have the groundbreaking ceremony?
The groundbreaking ceremony will be in May. It will be here. It will be quite a small one. It's a boutique building, so we want to keep it very small, exclusive. A lot of our clientele who've purchased here, they're people who don't want to live in those really big buildings anymore, where there's a few hundred people, a few hundred units. You have to valet your car. I mean, some people like it and some people don't. And I think it's those people who got used to living in a very like luxury settings, but like very boutique-y, where they don't have to interact with a lot of people. They don't have to wait for their car. They don't have to like fight for some beach chairs. So it's like those people who are kind of either don't want to live there or are kind of over it and want the boutique-y lifestyle. Also, we have a lot of people, when they hit around the age of 60, they've lived in houses in Pinecrest. Kids are going away and they want that luxury, big space there, where units are 4,000 square feet, some of them. But they don't want to give up that, but they also don't want to live and maintain a house. You know, maintaining in a house in Miami is not always the easiest. It's not the easiest,
yes, for sure. You have to love it.
You have to love it. It's a commitment. Some people love it. And I would never say anything against it. I think that's amazing single family house living. But at the same time, when you want a doorman and you want to live in a building to be part of a little community, but also keeping luxury and like and privacy in mind, I think that's like a good way to go. This boutique, and I know it's really becoming a big thing in Miami, the boutique living.
Listen, plus one of the, I would say, main, from my experience, right, main points why people prefer condos, right? Because for a lot of them, this is not the main residence. Even if it's main residence, right, they do travel somewhere. They go like for 2 months to Europe or somewhere else. In a house, it's different. In a condo, you just lock and that's it. You don't have to worry about anything, right?
Exactly.
In a house, you have to have someone to come see if everything is okay.
Exactly.
Landscaping is cut it, and
during hurricane season, you always have that worry, did something fall over, this and that. So no, I think that's where really our clientele is really the people who really value that boutique living. So yeah, here we have 9 units.
Okay. How many you have left?
So we've sold around 40%.
Okay.
We have a few contracts out right now. So yeah, we're doing super well. We're going to hold a few of the units until after groundbreaking. But yeah, no, it's just gone. People love it. People love that luxury boutique living. So yeah, it's gone very well. So on the second floor, we have something very unique. It's a bay villa. So it's a full floor, 3-bedroom den, and then you have your own private pool and lanai area. So kitchen,
it's
pool.
Nice to have it too, for sure.
It's very nice. And then on 3rd and 4th floor, we have split units, 3 bedrooms, half floors. And then from 5 to 9 or 5 to 8, it's full floor units. The 5th floor is the biggest. It's around 4,200 square feet. And the rest of the floors are around 4,000 square feet. So very generous size units, 4 bedrooms, 4+ bathrooms.
As of now, what do you have the smallest one for sale and the largest?
We have 1 3-bedroom left.
3-bedroom, okay.
It is just under 3 million, 2.95. 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath. It's on the 4th floor. overlooking beautiful St. Regis on the wide water. So that's an amazing unit, also a really good investment opportunity. And the largest unit we have left is around 4,200 square feet. It's on the 5th floor. And I don't know the price off the top of my head. I want to say it's somewhere around 6 million. Somewhere around 6 million plus or minus.
Let's say 7.
Let's say 7 million.
I'll negotiate it for you guys. Down to 6.
The Denis special. He'll give you a discount. But no, it's an amazing, and it's in almost like a wedding cake shape, so it goes inwards a little bit. So it's really like a cool new twist to how to build these new modern designs. So no, we're super excited. That building will be ready in 2025.
2025. Okay.
Yeah. So
it's the first one.
It's the first one. Unlike the big buildings, huge with the 50 plus floors, it's only 9 floors. So to build it, it really doesn't take a while. Our GCs are telling us less time. We're telling people around 18 to 22 months to be a little bit safer. Like I told you, we like our reputation. We don't want anyone being mad at us. So that's what we're kind of aiming for. But so 25, it's going to be ready. Safe, yeah. So we're saying H2 2025. So yeah.
And it's good for people who wants to live in a new building and they don't have to wait too long, right?
Too long, because a lot of the other buildings are 27, 28, so it's really good. Let's walk up to the water.
Yeah,
like we talked about at the Regency collection, look at the seawalls. They're all brand new, but we still want to make sure that we give even a newer seawall. We want everyone to have the latest and the greatest.
Yep.
Do you want to jump in?
I would love to, man. The water looks so clear, right?
I know. So nice. Here we're going to have 4 boat slips.
Oh, so you're going to have a boat slip?
We're going to have boat slips here. 4 boat slips. 1 is pick up and drop off, and 3 are going to be for sale. Boutique building. We didn't want to squeeze in more. We would rather have longer boat slips and less. So,
what if you sell out all the units and you're going to have boat slips left and nobody's going to buy from the building, for example? Do you think it's a possibility?
I don't think that's a possibility.
But the first thing, if there is a possibility, you know who to call, okay?
I'll have you park your boat here. I will give you the VIP special. No, I don't think so. So many people in Florida really want that. That's the first thing that people ask us. Usually boat slips, boat slips, boat slips. So this is not a problem. We're going to sell boat slips before we sell everything else. So. And right there is the bridge I was talking to you about. So it doesn't open. So right here, it's always super calm. The only people that come down here are the people that live here. And we're one of the last buildings here that have boat slips. So it's perfect. And look, you're standing and looking at 25, 30, 40, $50 million homes. It's beautiful. And you know you're never going to be unobstructed. Also, starting from the 6th floor and upwards, at 6 you can start seeing the ocean a little bit. 7, 8, and 9 you can also start, and from the rooftop you can fully see the ocean. So it's beautiful. I mean,
it is.
I love
used to
looking
live
at
here
the
too at the Bell Harbor Village.
Bell Harbor Village, amazing. Look what they've done with it as well.
And this house, I remember I was like walking in the neighborhood with my daughter in the mornings. I was looking at this house. You see the size of the lot. It's like humongous.
It's amazing.
It's probably like 75, maybe $80 million house for sure.
This is where Bell Harbor, Bay Harbor is heading. It's going to be the next Bell Harbor, and Bell Harbor is going to go even more. So this is the time to really invest in the island because prices are going up and up and up. And I mean, I love looking at this. I sometimes can come here, sit on the edge, have a phone call, and it's amazing. We'll also have a little patio area here. So if the neighbors don't want to be on the rooftop, they can come down here, have their morning coffee. So it's very nice.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I visualize myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Come on, move.
Probably I will one day. You know, as of now, we're looking somewhere for a house because we want to try to live in a house.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes. You know,
listen, it's always good to try and see if you like it.
Sure.
The good thing about Miami is you can always sell.
Yeah. That's true.
That's like, I know some places that it's always a risk. You're investing in real estate. Miami, one way or another, you're always going to be able to sell.
You can sell or you can keep it rented out. I agree with you 100%. It's like when people ask me house or condo, you know, I always say it's all relative. You don't know. Some people, they will say, look, house is the best. Some people, they will say condo is the best.
Exactly.
There is a personal. It's personal. But plus, of course, if, as I said, you have to pay attention to things that matter for you. If you use it as a second, third, fourth property, if you travel a lot, then you're not just thinking, like as a man, we usually think more like pragmatic, right? We think about things that, for example, how that property is going to be taken care of while you're not here, right?
Yeah.
How safe it is just to leave it and fly somewhere, right?
Yeah.
With the condo is much easier.
No, that's really good. And I also recently read that they passed a new rule in Florida, which is amazing, that which is really good for also your investment clients, is that there's no squatter rights anymore.
Florida is doing well there.
That's
they
amazing,
just passed that
because
legislation.
then if your clients go away, whether they buy single family homes or they buy condos, they always have that reassurance to fall back on, that someone's not going to move into their home. So I think that's a really good.
Yeah, it is important. As opposing New York, right? New York, they do opposite things.
Yeah.
On the squatters and everything, they protect like those type of, I would say, behavior, you know. Yeah. And in Florida, the governor, he seems doing.
Well, I think it's more important for single family living, single family homes, but also it's just really good
in general,
to
for
highlight
everyone
that
who wants to come here and buy property.
Yeah.
It's just peace of mind, you know.
Exactly.
You like, as I hear a lot of people moving from California, and they say I have one client, he's a friend client, he lives in I forgot the neighborhood, not in the Beverly Hills, not far from, in a super quiet, safe and everything. But he said one night, like evening, was guy just passing by, a single family community, was passing by, and he just throws something in his Mercedes windshield, like a stone or something, with no reason.
Yeah.
And he saw that, but what are you gonna do? He said, "Look, you're not gonna fight him or something." He said, "Look,
there's
it's so
nothing,
strange, and you're not gonna call police, but they're not gonna do anything."
Yeah,
that's the great thing about Florida, right? About Miami.
Welcome to Florida. Safety, beautiful, sunny weather. Let's go. I'll show you the rest of the island.
Let's go.
They're completely in the restaurant. They're completely redoing it.
I haven't been in the restaurant there, but they do have a good reviews.
Good reviews. They're completely redoing it and refurbishing it. This is Pura Vida. Let's pull. It's kind of noisy here. Let's pull around.
This is the Grand Beach. I know the
Beach.
owner, Frederick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him. Muscle Beach in Miami Beach on the Ocean Drive. I used to go there at 7 a.m. exercise, pull-ups.
Yeah.
And there was a guy. I think he's French. And we start conversation, and then after like a couple of times we met again. I found out he's the owner of that Grand Beach, all hotels like in Miami Beach as well.
So right now we're passing Pura Vida, so it's the local hangout.
Yep. And I'm like, I guess, brand ambassador.
Every time I see Denis, actually the first time me and Denis ever met was at Pura Vida. So you have everything here. You have beautiful like passageway. You have a bunch of different restaurants coming in. There's rumors that there are big grocery stores coming here as well. So there's a lot of things, infrastructure coming here.
Look, I would put Trader Joe's here.
So that's the rumor. It's supposedly, supposedly Trader Joe's is coming.
I'm pretty good with the guessing because in Midtown when they put a Trader Joe's, I was thinking when. Like even 7-8 years ago, I was saying, look, who's gonna put it here? You know, I didn't have enough, I would say, experience and knowledge and to get someone in there, right?
Yeah.
But I was thinking, look, it's needed. That area is needed Trader Joe's, and then they put it. And as you said, so rumors, it could be here. Yeah, okay.
No, so that's the rumors. But regardless, there's going to be some grocery store here. Plus, you have Publix. So it's amazing. You have some of the best doctors on the island, like children's doctors, dermatologists.
I go to dermatologists.
Yeah, it's supposed to be one of the best ones. Children's doctors. So it's a great island. It's a very family community island.
This place, Coffee Break, I go there sometimes.
Coffee Break's amazing. I got empanadas from there yesterday. It's so good. So right now we're turning, we just passed down King Concord. We're going to turn left onto West Bay Harbor Drive, and I'm going to show you the other side of the island as well.
Sounds good. It's nice to have one of these, right?
I know, it's so nice. At first we weren't really using it, but now we use it all the time.
I want to buy, it's just kind of my idea, I would say, in my head. If I'm going to live somewhere in Miami Beach, like in a house, I'm gonna buy one of those. I think it's called Moki or Mocha.
Oh yeah, we were debating what to buy, this or this. This one's a little bit more open, so it's easier for us to do like talking and go around. But no, those are amazing as well.
Yeah, they're pretty stylish, and they have a 6-seaters too.
I'm gonna take you past So here is the village center.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of our meetings happen here with the village. Anytime the development team needs to meet with the village and the council, we always meet here. They also they're investing a lot of money into this area as well. So redoing the village center, redoing King Concord, putting a lot of greenery, trees, all this different things to bring the island to even a next level that it already was. So right now we're on a super quiet street. It's all pretty much residential homes. They're also very strict on keeping everything on King Concord, all the businesses, which is very good as well, because then it allows all the neighborhoods to be super quiet and residential for families. So right now, maybe actually we get out for a second.
That's good.
And I show you, this is obviously one of the best schools. I mean, you can speak to it a little bit more because you know a little bit more about schools, but K through 8, everyone wants to move here to like put their kids into school here. So we've had a lot of clients specifically moving down from New York, Boston, Los Angeles because of the school district. So
plus, one of I would say most popular requests from my clients. As of now, by the way, we're looking for the house, but anyway, it's the same request from the client, not far from the synagogue.
Yes,
and
exactly. So
I
the
have a lot of Jewish clients, and they always ask that they can walk, right? So, and this is one of the neighborhoods with a good school, plus the synagogue.
That's a really good point that I also forgot about. So, because this island, it has a very big Jewish community, so a lot of clients ask what is the closest building to the shul for obviously on the weekends, and so all our buildings are very close. And I mean the whole island is a very small community, but especially our buildings are on the part of East Bay Harbor Drive that's closest to that. So it's a very good point.
Here there's the kids.
Yeah, so this is Ruth K. It's K through 8, and no, it's amazing. So this is where the fire department is, the city center. So it's an amazing community.
It is.
It's an amazing community, and I love it. Just walking
here.
That
feeling
peaceful.
of the small community, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody's walking. Like it's really nice. It's
even
really nice
even on our sales team, at 1:00. When you come into the office between 1 and 2, you don't find anyone, and I'm always like, "Where is everyone?" And they go for their daily walks because they all live in different places in Miami, but they love doing their exercises here because it's so quiet, it's peaceful. They throw in their headphones, they either take a client call on the go, or they just walk, listen to music.
Exercise for the sales people.
Exactly.
You know, I remember myself. Sometimes I just put the AirPods and walking for 3-4 hours. And talking on the phone. And it's really good.
It's good because you can work so and you can. Exactly. I always thought about getting one of those like a little office, little treadmill things where you have a desk and the thing. But honestly, walking outside it's so amazing. So
that's what I realized from my personal experience, right? When I walk, I'm more active. You know, when I'm talking, like more energy in my voice. Because if you're sitting or you're kind of relaxed on your couch, you don't have that much energy. But while you're walking, you can sell more, I would say.
100%. Yeah. No, that's really true. It gives you that extra burst of energy.
Yep. But you can do it here, you know.
But you know, also the most amazing.
It's only one car passed. I just want to mention that point. We left it in the middle of the street, but it's only one car passed by for all those. Like, I don't know, 5-7 minutes we were walking.
Exactly.
It's a good point. There is not that much traffic, right? The people is just pedestrians walking around. And that's it.
People only use their cars when they need to leave somewhere. Otherwise, anything to walk, to Publix, to the grocery store, to the pharmacy, it's all done by foot, which is really good. I also think that what the good thing to highlight here is, which is super amazing, Miami's big. And obviously Miami's a big city.
It's getting
here,
bigger.
And it's getting bigger. And obviously, fire, police, there's only so much that obviously that they can do. I mean, it's a super safe city in general, but here they have their own fire. They have their own police. They have their own like very sense of community. So it's so safe. Sometimes when people come in, they're like, "Oh, I got a ticket today," because the police are just so strict because they really don't want people to speed.
I'll tell you the story about the ticket, like briefly. So. Pretty much I sold my BMW and now I have only one car. My wife driving it, so I was just Ubering for some time. And then my friend, he has a car, Mercedes, just in here. I called him, "Look, can I use your car for like a few weeks?" He's like, "Yeah, well, not a problem." And then he told me, but I don't have a registration and I don't have insurance. I said, no problem, I'll get it. I'll get insurance, I'll get a registration. So I took his car from Miami downtown, Biscayne, Marina Blue, like Biscayne Street. I drove here to dermatologist, right?
Yeah.
And like right here, like at the corner, while I was turning, officer stopped me. Like, can you imagine? Like, I just took car like 20 minutes ago, and he
Did you have time to do the insurance?
I didn't have the time because I thought once I finish my appointment, then I'm gonna do insurance and registration. And he's like, you know why I stopped you? And I'm like, yeah, I know, because blah blah blah. But I'm going to dermatologist right here. He gave me a ticket. Very nice guy. You know, he gave me a ticket. He said, look, just get insurance, registration. Of course, right after appointment, I got both insurance and registration. I went to tag agency. but
it's the luck. But
it was so quick, you know.
You know,
like a friend of mine, I called. No, actually, when the officer, when he stopped me and he's like, so you know, you're driving without this and that. I'm like, yeah, I took my friend's car, and he did a favor to me. You know, that's the favor.
That's how what you get. No, but it's amazing. Honestly, like sometimes we always are like, oh, why did the officer stop us? Blah blah blah. Look, but I think it's so good because then you have confidence. That's the way it should be. Then you have confidence that your kid can go cycle by himself.
No. I'm I'm totally okay with that. You know.
Yeah.
Last time I was stopped maybe, I don't even remember, 5, 6, 7 years ago. I don't remember, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I usually drive normal, you know, I don't do anything crazy. It's just here, it wasn't my car. Usually I'm type of guy, I like the planning, you know.
Yeah.
I already like purchased some of my conference tickets for next year. Because I like planning, I like organizing it with everything. It just was not my car, that's why.
Yeah, I know, but it's always like that. But no, it's very, very good. So now we're finishing on this part. We're gonna drive around, do a lap around, just to show you different parts of Bay Harbor Island, and then I want you to take over and drive a little bit. You're gonna give me a tour of the island. Let's go. So people don't know this, but this place has a really good chicken wrap. I love it. I sometimes come here and eat their chicken wrap. It's not on King Concord, it's not Pura Vida, so if not everyone has discovered it yet, but once they discover and they can't make my chicken wrap in 10 minutes like how I usually have it.
They have a grocery store right there, the left store. I used to walk here from my place.
Yeah. So there was a few projects, there were 2 projects that were there kind of at the original, phase 1.
Okay.
So that's Anda and La Bahia. We are phase 2. And obviously we're where there's a big phase 2, and then there's also phase 3, phase 4, phase 5 of different projects. Also look, there's so many parks, they're reconstructing the parks. It's so amazing to see.
That's the park?
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, actually, yeah, I know that park. I used to live in the club building right there.
Yeah. They're reconstructing all the parks. They really want to make it the best. A lot of developers are also helping with the reconstruction of the island, so it's very good. I think in 5 years, the whole island will be completely like different.
Brand new, right?
Kind of like brand new, yeah. Exactly.
Something going to be here as well.
Also, for April, could we just talk about how perfect the weather is?
Yep.
Like amazing weather. I mean, it's always perfect down in sunny South Florida, but especially last year, remember there was a lot of rain at this time of year. Right now, it's amazing. Now we're back at the school from the other side of the school. It's a really good school, like in terms of like teacher to size ratio as well. So now we're leaving the west part of the island. We're going to be crossing over to King Concord and heading over to our part of the island now.
This place is hotel, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, this is not Airbnb. They're very strict with Airbnbs. They don't want a lot of people coming and going. It's a hotel. So there's 2 hotels on the island. So if you have guests that come and visit, there's plenty of places to stay. 5-minute walk to the beach. Once you cross over the bridge, you lived here. It's super, super close. You have Bell Harbor, Surfside, Bell Harbor, Harding. So you're 5 minutes to everything. Whole Foods, just you're not gonna really walk to Whole Foods. It's probably a 30-minute walk to Whole Foods, but if you want a car, 5 minutes to Whole Foods. So it's amazing. Another park is coming up here. So they'll have a little launch pad. So if you have kayaking, board, public access, it's gonna be there. Here they're building on King Concord's commercial.
It's commercial building?
It's going to be a little bit residential, but a lot of commercial space.
It's good. Then more
It's
restaurants.
good. More restaurants, more spaces for businesses, more doctors' offices. So it's very nice. So like as you see, so much action going on here, so much, and even with all the construction, it's still super quiet.
I agree with you. Yeah, I like to see when everything is done and it's going to be really new, brand new neighborhood with, by the with the new buildings, a lot of new buildings.
Look how many people are walking.
I see, with the kids, with the strollers.
It's so nice. So now we're almost at the top of the island, back at our sales center.
By the way, did you know there was a movie Dexter or Dexter?
Yes, we're gonna pass it right now.
You know that building, right?
Yeah. It's a historical landmark, so you'll never...
oh, you cannot do anything.
So I think the front of it, you can't do anything.
I see.
This is it. This is the Dexter building. So it's nice. It gives you it's almost like a story to tell, like different things about the island, because there's so many things going on the island, and like some historical aspects as well. I mean, that movie, that show is so popular with a lot of people. So this is it. This is Ondo. It was one of the first buildings that was finished on the island, and so like they were phase 1, and now, like I said, we're moving on to phase 2, which is starting with us. So now we're back at the sales gallery.
We're back to our home.
Denis, welcome back. It was good seeing you.
Good to see you. Let people come.
No, it's always a pleasure to meet great agents like you.
Thank you,
do a tour around the island.
Yeah, always would love to.
So what's your overall thoughts?
Great, good thoughts. What I can say, I'm familiar with the island. If I didn't know anything about it, then I would be I would say more impressed, you know. But since I used to live here, and back then I knew it was a good neighborhood. Also, I used to live in many different neighborhoods, and when you know something from your own experience, like as you said about Chicken Wrap, I used to walk there.
Yeah.
So I know how far is this, how far is that, like how far to drive there or here, you know. And so
you're able to give that confidence,
from personal experience.
From personal experience. That's
Plus,
amazing,
I see which way that neighborhood is moving.
Yeah.
So much construction here, great buildings, and I think it's gonna get even better. Just a matter of time with everything that's happening here.
Yeah. Oh,
so
perfect.
I really appreciate your time.
Yeah. No, good to see you.
Good to see you. I will see you next time.
Next time, yeah.